shockwaves hit the MotoGP paddock when Jorge Lorenzo revealed that Marc Márquez's addition to the Ducati squad was a strategic move that gradually shifted the team's primary focus away from Francesco Bagnaia. This development has raised significant questions about Ducati's priorities and the potential for internal conflict. Are we witnessing the beginning of a power struggle within Ducati? Let's discuss it. In MotoGP, some riders are simply fast, while others can completely change the competitive landscape with their presence alone. Jorge Lorenzo knows all too well what it's like to share a garage with the latter type of rider. The Mallorcan spent 7 seasons on the other side of the pit wall with Valentino Rossi at Yamaha, filled with tension, intrigue, and ego clashes. Their rivalry is one of the most iconic and heated stories in MotoGP history. But that experience wasn't enough. In his final season in 2019, Lorenzo ended his career at Honda, teaming up with Marc Márquez, who was at the peak of his dominance at the time. Lorenzo's experiences with these two icons have given him first-hand insight into how one rider can influence the rhythm of an entire team. Now, he sees a similar scenario at Ducati. According to Lorenzo, Pecco Bagnaia is facing the biggest test of his career, one that Lorenzo himself once experienced. In an interview with Moto Sprint, Lorenzo made no secret of his admiration for Marquez, despite Bagnaia's adaptation to the GP25, which has unique characteristics. Lorenzo believes the harsh reality is unavoidable. Marquez brings a different dimension to the Ducati garage. Marc is a phenomenon. He came to Ducati with less experience than Pecco, yet he was immediately faster. He said Lorenzo categorized Marquez as a rare breeder rider who appears only once every 10 or 15 years. He mentioned names like Rossi, Casey Stoner, and himself, he concluded, looking at his track record. He's even better than we were. He's just one title short of matching Valentino, although he admits that competing against Marquez at the same level would be nearly impossible. Lorenzo believes that Pecco possesses a quality not everyone has: mental resilience. I admire about Pecco is that he never gives up. He believes in his talent and speed, said Lorenzo. Lorenzo recalled last season when Bagnaia struggled at the beginning but recovered and became world champion anyway. For Lorenzo, that's proof that the reigning champion won't give up without a fight. I think he'll try until the end. It won't be easy though, because Marquez's level is very high. However, Pecco is more relaxed, which could be an advantage. According to Lorenzo, the rivalry between the two will be a major draw for the rest of the 2025 season, not just because of their speed, but also because of the mental battle and consistency that will continue to challenge them. The first half of the 2025 MotoGP season demonstrated Marc Márquez's extraordinary dominance. Of the 24 races combined, Sprint and Grand Prix, Marquez won 19 of them, accumulating 381 points and a 120-point lead over his younger brother, Alex Marquez. Even more astonishing, only two non-Ducati riders managed to steal wins throughout. The first half, Johann Zarco, LCR Honda, and Marco Bezzecchi, Aprilia. Bezzecchi was even the only one to beat Marquez in a dry race, the British GP, and nearly repeated the feat at the Czech GP. Aprilia CEO Massimo Rivola openly stated that his team is the only one capable of stopping Ducati's dominance, especially Marquez's. According to him, the RSGP continues to develop, and riders like Bezzecchi or Jorge Martin have great potential to break the baby alien's supremacy. We have a bike that can win against Marc, especially on certain circuits like Austria, said Rivola. The Austrian GP, August 15th to 17th, will open the second half of the season before the debut round of the Hungarian GP, which will be a new battleground. Due to strict regulations prohibiting official testing before the race, Ducati found a clever way to prepare. The company invited its riders, including Marc Márquez, Francesco Bagnaia, Alex Marquez, Fermin Aldeguer, Fabio Di Gianni, and Franco Morbidelli, to Balaton Park in Hungary for an intensive training session on the Panigale V4S Pro. Michel Pirro, Ducati's lead test rider, emphasized that this session had immense strategic value. Though the Panigale V4S Pro is a road bike, not a GP25, the training session provided many benefits. Mastering cornering characteristics and understanding braking points and unique asphalt conditions would be crucial. When the official session began, the Ducati riders would start from a more prepared position than their rivals are. Quiet but calculated move by the Borgo Panigale-based team. Marc Márquez's rival impacted not only the factory team, but also Gresini Racing, Ducati's satellite team, and longtime underdog. They have now emerged as a serious threat in the standings, largely thanks to Alex Marquez's impressive performances. Sporting director Michele Massini readily admitted that the 2024 season with Marc left an invaluable technical legacy. This legacy extends beyond bike setup to a completely transformed work mentality within the garage. Marc knew exactly where the problems lay and immediately focused on solutions. He didn't waste time. Every session had a clear target, Massini explained. He believes this approach made the team more efficient and results-oriented. The brotherly relationship between Marc and Alex was also a secret weapon. The two communicated seamlessly, allowing them to share data and experience much more quickly than with other riders. As a result, Gresini maintained consistency and accelerated the bike's development, something that satellite teams rarely achieve. Without Marc's presence the previous year, it's no exaggeration to say that Gresini might not be where it is today. Approaching the elite and eyeing the podium with renewed confidence, seasoned observer Carlo Pernot views Ducati's signing of Marc Márquez as a high-level technical strategy rather than just a commercial move to boost the team's popularity. According to Pernot, the GP25 is an extraordinary bike, but it has a wild nature that ordinary riders cannot master. The GP25 demands extraordinary skills. Pernot said that Bagnaia and Di Giannantonio are fast, but it's Marquez who can truly tame it. He emphasized that few riders in the world possess Marquez's combination of talent, courage, and instinct. The impact of this combination is clearly visible in the standings. 19 wins and 3 podiums in just the first half of the season, a record that leaves all other manufacturers in awe. This success demonstrates Ducati's technical superiority and confirms that one exceptional rider can alter the power structure of the entire grid. With Marc Márquez's arrival at Ducati, the focus has shifted from Pecco Bagnaia to Marquez. From media attention to the team's strategic direction to rivals' perceptions, all eyes are now on the 8-time world champion. Marquez's presence and influence have begun to reshape the team's priorities, forcing everyone in the paddock to reassess Ducati's power base. For Bagnaia, this isn't just a title defense. It's a battle to maintain his status as a key pillar of the Red Factory and a symbol of modern Ducati's glory. For Marquez, every race is an opportunity to solidify his status as one of the greatest riders of all time and prove that he can conquer the new era of MotoGP on a bike he didn't develop at the start of his career. Has Marc Márquez's arrival truly shifted Pecco Bagnaia's status as a key pillar of Ducati? Share your thoughts below.